Hello and welcome. This is Sage Blue having a 10 lap race around Oulton Park. Okay, pretty good run. The engineer just talking over me a bit there. Okay, muscling the second place driver out of the way a little bit. Good first lap racing on cold tyres. Okay, now the reason I've chosen Oulton Park is because my previous car setup videos are based around Oulton Park. Now with things that Now with things that I talked about, I've taken on extra negative camber, which helps with the turn-ins, such as with the previous corners. Softer suspension helps running over the curbs. Not to mention stability under certain braking zones for corners, such as turn 1. Okay, trying to stay in the slipstream here does have an effect on your speed. Okay, so braking zone here is usually fairly bumpy, but with the softer. Okay, the engineer really likes talking over me. The shorter gears help getting out of turn 3 onto this straight. Gear ratios shorter, helping to get a kick out of the corner here. And the gear ratios helping get up this hill. Like I wasn't able to keep up with the other cars with the default gear ratios. Okay, obeying the boss, the engineer, probing for weaknesses. Getting much better runs out of corners with the softer suspension now. And the shorter gears. Okay, he's on the grass. Okay, being attacked and passed. Okay. So this is the touring car racing that I know back from the British touring cars. Okay, it was worth a try going around the outside there. I think the initial tap that I got was ruined the attempt a little bit. Okay, I went a bit too wide there on the exit, so lost momentum. Can't really afford to make a mistake because the fourth place car will just take advantage. Now this is all with the controller. I'm not sure what the steering wheel would be like. I'm sure it'd probably be more comfortable for a lot of people, probably including myself. Okay, now as the tyres warm up, the car physics. Okay, great run here. Okay, got through again. Now let's see if I can do anything about the leader this time. Now, I have to say as well, with the changes that I made to the car setup, with the better turn-ins usually and the better handling as well, the responsiveness has suffered a little bit with the steering. It's not as responsive as it used to be. However, overall, the car's much, much better. Not to mention much more stable to drive. Okay, gear ratios, still getting used to the extra benefit I'm getting out of the changes in those. Much better drive out of the turn 7, 8 and 9 back there again than compared to with the default gear ratios. It does say Angry Ants on the back of that car. Wow. I like that move. Whoops, okay, bit wide, compromised my exit. Okay, I might have to cover the inside line here. Force them on the outside. Okay, a bit aggressive from them. Okay, not sure where those two lead AI cars went. Okay, so nearing the end of the race. Now, this corner used to be a major hassle for me, and now with the softer suspension and extra negative camber, it helps a lot taking that corner. The car's much more stable through it. Okay, I have to admit my hands are sweating on the gamepad controller now, so it's getting a bit difficult to control the car properly. But I don't want to pause or anything, because for me, I feel like that's cheating a bit. I'd rather the race be continuous through to the end. Maybe I should get gloves, right? Now, one of the ideas I've got, I braked later than usual through those two right-handers, and I compromised my speed exiting those two right-handers back there. So it's my idea for this track, at least, usually is brake earlier than what you really can brake and exit much faster. And that's what I'm doing here now. Except I ran over the curb a bit too much and went on two wheels. Okay, what I just did there is what usually happens with the default car setup. And now he's getting a run. Okay, a good little block. Now that black car, I'm pretty sure that's the one I was racing for second. So that car's made a good comeback. I shouldn't have taken it so easy. Now I've got to race till the end, but that's probably better for you all to see a bit more racing. Okay, got a good run out of that last corner, even though I hit that. The car's handling a lot differently than it was just 4 or 5 laps earlier. But I don't want to throw away this lead, so I don't want to explore what this car's capable of now. Okay, so that was one chance for that car to try and pass me, so we've gone through that hairpin. Okay, I was just covering the ground there because they do brake extremely late and sacrifice their exit speed through those corners. Whereas I prefer to get the better exit instead by braking earlier. Okay, got the little buffer that I need. Okay, there you go, folks. Hope you enjoyed that race and a look at how some of the hope you enjoyed having a look at how some of the car setup changes that I mentioned in the previous videos take effect on this track, and it gives you a lot more insight, hopefully. And I'll have many more racing videos in Project Cars coming up. So if you like this video, feel free to subscribe, as there's plenty more to come. Until next time.